Well, you know, you may well ask, what was happening in Britain at that time? Well, as I explained to you, Tolchard Evans, who wrote Lady of Spain with my uncle, Stanley Damerel, they were really puzzled by what they called, as I said, jizzy jazz, and they didn't understand it. In fact, one of their friends, who was a writer called Ralph Butler, said, the trouble with these American songs is that there are all these ballads that take place on couches in drawing rooms with the blinds down, and they seem to be no more than the lugubrious lamentations of a disappointed lover, and which was his way of describing the American ballad. So what Ralph Butler and my uncle and his cohorts did was to write songs about the great outdoors to challenge these American songs. So here's one called I'm Happy When I'm Hiking, because hiking was coming in at that time. In Germany they were doing another kind of march, but the British were doing the march, and they used to wear what we used to call long shorts or short longs, these sort of things that came down to there. They were all terribly jolly and terribly unsexy, because they always did songs with 6/8 beat. And again. Once I rode around the country on a motorbike. Now I like to stay at home and go out for a hike. On my back I buckle me pack, salute the king of sports. Roam around the country in a pair of khaki shorts. Oh, I'm happy when I'm hiking. Pack up on my back. I'm happy when I'm hiking. Off the beaten track. Out in the open country, tramping all the while with a real good friend to the journey's end. One more time, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 miles. To the journey's end, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 miles a day. Oh. You see, we wouldn't have had World War II if they were doing that kind of march instead of that damn German thing. But there you are, you see. That's my theory about world civilization. Anyway, I think we may have to... Oh, okay, now I'm glad you like that, because we're really going to... Well, here's another sociological song. This is from 1927, and it was written by Edgar Leslie, whose songs you heard in earlier shows in the ragtime era. He wrote When Alexander Takes His Ragtime Band to France and For Me and My Gal. In the late 20s, he got together with Jimmy Monaco, who wrote You Made Me Love You, and wrote this terrifying song, but it is a genuine song of the time. And it goes like this. I won't even tell you the title, but this is a real song. I haven't changed a word. Masculine women, feminine men, which is the rooster, which is the hen? It's hard to tell them apart today, that way. Panties and trousers, baggy and wide, nobody knows what's walking inside those masculine women, feminine men. Boys were boys and girls were girls when I was a tot. Now you won't know who is who or even what's what. Sister Susie's learning to shave, brother just loves his permanent wave. Those masculine women, feminine men. Go now! Masculine women, feminine men, which is the rooster, which is the hen? It's hard to tell them apart today, that way. Trousers and panties, baggy and wide, nobody knows what's walking inside those masculine women, feminine men. Once you used to kiss your little girlfriend in the hall. Now you'll find that you are kissing her brother Paul. Oi, hey! Masculine women, feminine men, which is the rooster, which is the hen? Those masculine women and feminine men, those feminine men. What a song, what dancers! What dances? Regina and her dancers. I should point out, actually, that her dancers are Caroline Cavella, Chandler Smith, Bijan, I'm not sure I'm pronouncing it right, Bijan Ruffet, Sadie Parker, Eric Stoutenmeyer, Lauren Stern, Jay O'Connor, and the fabulous tango people, one of whom's left, Lynn Ann Hansen, Chris Miller, and of course we had Margie Cormier there. And they'll all be on at the end because we have another surprise, a big surprise at the end. And I hope that you won't mind us going on maybe a few minutes over the time because this is our last show of the year. Although, if you'd like to see the Bungalow Boys in a slightly stripped-down version, I don't mean clothing-wise, but as far as the membership's concerned, and this doesn't conflict with anything here, next Sunday, from 1 to 5 at the Marvelous. But here is a song that was an answer to all those reformers who were saying that the girls were drinking too much and being too liberated. This song says that underneath all the jazz is really a new kind of old-fashioned girl. Dressed in flapper hose, shining silken clothes, you may think her a trifle too gay, but those who criticize her masquerade eyes are too hard on the girl of today. She's a new kind of old-fashioned girl, loves to play around, cabaret around. She's as true as the old-fashioned girl. Underneath the paint, you will find a saint. Loves to dance till the break of the day. But her little fling doesn't mean a thing. Just as wise as her brother and as good as her mother, she's a new kind of old-fashioned girl. Just what is wrong with the girl of today is a question the whole world wants to know. We blame it on this, and we blame it on that, but we never seem to find the root of the cause. Nothing is wrong with the girl of today. Why get away from the truth? Mothers who fret over daughters who pet did the same thing in their youth. Hallelujah! It isn't the cocktail, the ragtime, the jazz. If some girl should happen to fall, hallelujah, no. It's the mother who says, if you're not home at 10, you don't have to come home at all. Oh, there's many a young girl on the wrong road tonight who would have and could have been good, and each one is a living mistake of a parent who misunderstood. So make a pal of your daughter, tell her what's what, and don't hide that book on the shelf, because remember, the girl of today is wise to the ways of the world, who could always take care of herself, just as wise as her brother and as good as her mother. She's a new kind of old-fashioned girl. I thank you from the bottom of my heart. Isn't that a wonderful song? Recitation. I did that on Friday at the San Gabriel Civic as an audition for My Fair Lady, which is going to be on here soon, and they said thank you, and I don't think I got the part. But anyway, it's a good, I didn't know any songs from My